Hello everyone, welcome to the EdXL Hub. In this video, we'll be learning breathing and gas exchange. In this video, we will be discussing why organisms require a gas exchange system, the difference between respiration and breathing, the structure of the gas exchange system, the adaptations of the body to keep airways clean, ventilation of the lungs, gas exchange in the alveoli, the effects of smoking, why smoking is harmful, and how to give up smoking. Let us discuss the importance of gas exchange. Cells get their energy by oxidizing foods during the process of respiration. In aerobic respiration, the cells need a continuous supply of oxygen from the blood. In addition, carbon dioxide, being a toxic gas from the respiration, needs to be removed from the body. In humans, these gases are exchanged between the blood and the air in the lungs. Let us understand the difference between respiration and breathing. Respiration is the oxidation that releases energy from the foods such as glucose. Breathing is the mechanism that moves air into and out of the lungs, allowing gas exchange to take place. The structure of the gas exchange system. Firstly, the lungs are enclosed in the thorax by a rib cage and the diaphragm. The thorax and the diaphragm are responsible for breathing. Each rib is joined to the next by the intercostal muscles. The diaphragm separates the contents of the thorax from the abdomen. The air passages of the lungs form the bronchial tree. The air enters our nose or mouth and passes down the trachea, which splits into bronchi, one bronchus leading into each lung. The bronchi then divide into smaller tubes called bronchioles, ending at microscopic air sacs called alveoli. The walls of the trachea and bronchi contain cartilage, which supports the airways and keeps them open when we breathe in. The thorax is separated from the lungs by the pleural membranes, which form an airtight seal around the lungs. Between these membranes, there is a pleural cavity, which is filled with pleural fluid. How are the airways kept clean? The trachea and larger airways are lined with a layer of cells. Some cells secrete a sticky fluid called mucus, which traps dirt particles and bacteria which are breathed in. Other cells are covered with tiny hair-like structures called cilia, which beat backwards and forwards, sweeping the mucus towards the mouth. This prevents the dirt particles and bacteria which are trapped in the mucus from entering the lungs. Ventilation. Ventilation is the movement of air into and out of the lungs. When we breathe in deeply, the external intercostal muscles contract, which causes the ribs to move upwards and outwards. The diaphragm muscles also contract and it flattens. This causes an increase in the volume of the chest and a decrease in the pressure inside the thorax compared to the air outside. The opposite occurs when we breathe out. Gas exchange in the alveoli. Deoxygenated blood, which is the blood that has come from the respiring tissues of the body, where it has given up some of its oxygen to the cells and gained carbon dioxide. This blood is pumped from the heart to the lungs and passes through the capillaries surrounding the alveoli. Because the air in the alveoli has higher concentration of oxygen compared to the blood entering the capillaries, the oxygen diffuses into the blood, and the carbon dioxide, which is highly concentrated in the blood, diffuses into the alveoli, thereby oxygenating the blood. The newly oxygenated blood flows back to the heart where it is pumped to the rest of the body. The effects of smoking. Smoking irritates the lining of the airways, stimulating the cells to secrete mucus. Over time, the mucus blocks the airways, causing smoker's cough. The irritation in the bronchial tree, along with the infections caused by the bacteria in the mucus, causes bronchitis. Emphysema is also another lung disease caused by smoking. The smoke from the cigarettes damages the walls of the alveoli, causing them to break down and fuse together, creating irregular air spaces. An emphysema patient's blood carries less oxygen, so they cannot carry out basic activities like walking, and often they require a supply of oxygen at all times. In very rare cases, there is a chance for an emphysema patient to get a lung transplant. Lung cancer. Cigarette smoke contains a strongly addictive drug called nicotine. Smoke from cigarettes contains over 7,000 chemicals, all of them being toxic to the body. More than 60 of these chemicals are known to cause cancer. These cancer causing chemicals are called carcinogens. One well known chemical present in cigarette smoke is carbon monoxide, which, when breathed in, enters the bloodstream and interferes with the ability of the blood to carry oxygen. The carbon monoxide attaches with the hemoglobin more tightly than oxygen, forming a toxic compound called carboxyhemoglobin. There are many ways on how a smoker can quit smoking. Some well known ways are nicotine patches and nicotine chewing gum, which both involve nicotine to be absorbed into the body without the harmful tar present in a normal cigarette. E cigarette involves inhaling a vapor containing nicotine. Thank you.